93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Coming at you live from the Coppel Chevrolet GMC studios. This is Old School, brought to you by Sandhills Global. Broadcasting veteran Derek Pearson.
When you find something that moves them, that makes them smile, celebrate it. That's your task. That's your superpower.
Nebraska Football Hall of Famer Jay Foreman.
Rifles a pass. It was tipped. It's picked off by Foreman. He's at the 15, 10, 5. He'll score!
On 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Welcome into Old School right here on 93.7 The Ticket, ticketfm.com. Good morning to everybody on this wonderful Monday morning following Easter. DP, Jay, both here. I am Rico. You can get a hold of us. Honda Lincoln Hotline, Starter Heyman text line 402-464-5685. Yoshi Hardrick on early break.
It's good stuff.
That's a big man.
That's good. 6'7", three bills. Go ahead, man.
Go ahead. Said I look familiar. I never met him before. But I'll take it.
Everybody knows Rico. Everybody knows Rico. Jay, we were talking. We headed into it to that draft time coming up. So I want to get into this.
Yeah, it's next week. Next week and next Thursday.
And
10 days away about, right?
So watching Bomani Jones last night, and he brings up this, and he goes, he does a people on the street segment in New York City, and so he asked him, right. He goes,
"Is that the perfect city to do a like man on the street?"
New York and LA, those are the two that
are those
you get
just
the
like,
weird. You get every weird person.
You could go out at any time of day, and you will find weird people.
And he goes like the middle of the night, which
bravo. Is amplified,
which is bravo.
Working late, honey.
Right. So he asked the question. He says, so what he does, he says, imagine you're going for a job interview, and they ask you these questions. And one of the questions, the very first question was, do you find your mother attractive?
Yeah.
Now, is there a job where that would be appropriate?
No.
Is there a job where that is necessary?
No.
Question 2, do you like men? Question 3, when did you lose your virginity? Question 4, is your mother a prostitute?
Yeah, that was who was that? That was the Miami Dolphins, wasn't it?
Yeah. Question 5, what's your murder weapon of choice?
Now, okay, that one.
That's the one that triggers you.
That one makes sense because it depends on where you're working. If that weapon is found,
if that weapon, if it's accessible,
like if you say machete and you're working in like sugarcane fields.
Yeah, just all of it to me. Okay, so then it goes, and this they just picked some. Would you rather be a cat or a dog? Where are you sitting on a bus speeding on a mountain?
Yeah.
I've heard that one, and then people are like, there is a correct choice. I'm like, oh.
Would you share your internet history with us?
Yeah, you say, will you share yours with mine too?
Yeah. Right?
Since we're going into a partnership, right? Yeah, we could do it together.
It's a two-way street.
What color is chocolate?
Yeah, it almost seems like
depends on what kind of
some of these questions is like they have too much time to kill, and they figure out how to like ask you dumb questions. A lot of these dumb questions are just to see how you react. Now some of them I think are overboard. Like when you're asked about somebody's mom. I mean, what would you do if you asked, do you find your mom attractive and she had just happened to pass away? Like as a question after, when you feel like, because I know these guys don't do enough homework. They're just asked, if all three of us go in there, two of us are going to get these stupid questions, and most likely they're going to be probably the black players that go in there. They're going to ask these type of questions, and it doesn't make any sense because it had nothing to do with football. You're supposed to be interviewing these guys to understand them as people. You're not understanding somebody where you as a person when you're asking about their mom and if they find their mom. I mean, that's like,
Jay,
would you want somebody to ask you that as the question asker, like, or what?
It was And of course, he's asking people on the street, right? Like, what job do you think? What people like? What
At
job
4
do you
o'clock in the
think?
morning? Yeah.
Right? Like, what job do you think these questions are appropriate for? And nobody finds a reach. You just can't. But then he goes into
Murder weapon of choice is appropriate for a forklift driver, because if their murder weapon of choice is a forklift,
then you kind of know. I mean, if somebody said, "Rico, what's your murder weapon?" A microphone.
Yeah.
Now that could be either be really funny or really weird.
Yeah.
But
I like to strangle people with electrical cords.
yeah, this is the wrong place for you to be. This is the wrong place for you to be. So, and then he goes further and he talks about the NFL draft and how weird it is that this is what if you flipped it? Like, so what other job could you go into where you couldn't negotiate your salary?
I mean, just a job
and
that's
where
I mean,
you couldn't pick the city in which you were going to work and live.
well, there's not any jobs like that. But when you go in and you're applying for a job at a certain company, corporation, there's a pay scale for it.
Mm-hmm. There are some jobs
especially if you're coming, is the better question is, where can you go and either get picked for a job, apply for a job to get grossly overpaid when you haven't done anything for that corporation?
Well, that's everywhere.
Or at that level.
That's everywhere. Because if you're coming out of college, even with a master's degree, you're still you've never performed the actual task.
Yeah, but not to the magnitude and the gross overpayment for a lot of these guys that haven't done anything against guys. Essentially, you're coming into the league getting paid more than guys that have more longevity and stature, and they've performed at a higher level than you. Now you potentially can, but then you could ask, like, what job can you go to that you get grossly overpaid, but then you don't have to take a pay cut? You can actually go somewhere else and get grossly overpaid again. Or what job or corporation you can go apply for that 9 times out of 10, the guy that's going to be your manager really won't be your manager in a couple years.
Mm-hmm.
It's so he asked the question. He goes, okay, so you doing what you do. And somebody said, okay, Jay, we're sending you to Jacksonville.
That happens.
Right?
That happens.
Right?
Yeah, there's some jobs where you just put you're willing to relocate, and they're like, okay, we want to hire you, but you have to move to Canada.
Blue Springs, Arkansas.
Yeah,
So
Blue Springs, Arkansas.
Shouldn't you be able to negotiate you know what? You got to pay me more to live there.
That happens some because like
maybe, but sometimes they might just be like, look, do you want the job or not?
Right. That's what it comes down to.
Yeah.
That's what it comes down to.
It's all about leverage. It's all about leverage. How much leverage do you have in the negotiation? If you really need a quarterback, okay, well then you got to pay me to come to Jacksonville. That's why. Why do you think Christian Kirk got overpaid? And then why do you think Tyreek Hill was like, oh, this dude's a scrub? Oh, I need to get paid.
Yep.
And I need to go somewhere. Then next thing you know, like, yeah, you can go down to Miami.
What if you got to choose whether you wanted to play for the owner? What owners would you want to play for?
Oh, like NFL owners?
Yeah. So imagine Daniel Snyder. You're a number one draft pick, and Daniel Snyder says, "Okay, do you want to play for Daniel Snyder?
How much are you paying me?"
That's what it broke down to.
See, the thing is,
how much are you paying me?
The thing is, how much are you paying me?
I want to play for every owner that's paying me.
Well, also, like, I'll take the money because you won't be there in a few years anyway, so it's fine.
Not the owner. The owner will be there. You won't
not
be there
Daniel
in a couple
Snyder.
years.
Yeah, Daniel Snyder. Yeah,
Daniel Snyder might not be there in physical stature. He'll be there. But here's the deal: is like whether it's playing for a coach or a position coach or an owner. Like when you here's what these kids don't understand, and this is where it's hard to be a coach, or this is where you need to be better as a coach. As players, like, they don't give a damn what you do as long as you do your job. It becomes a problem when you don't perform. Now, as a coach, where a lot of coaches fail is that they don't connect the dots really well, right? So if I'm recruiting Rico, right, say in DP, your dad or whatever,
mm-hmm.
if you're not connecting the dots and only thinking like I need to, influence DP and in the mom to get you, and not understand who's DP's best friend or who DP played with at
Whatever. School, yeah.
you know, Virginia or whatever, and you understand how to get to you because all those things connect more versus back in the day, you know, I wouldn't say it's an easier sell job, but it is, especially depending on your stature as a university. And kids these days score at a very young age, and they're watching everything, and they're okay with it as long as you're performing. Then it becomes an issue when you're not. So what I mean by that is so if I'm the head coach, right? There's this weird lie where they think like you can't coach these kids hard. Right, it's actually the exact opposite. 'Cause that's what they want, but they want you to coach Rico hard, and they want you to coach DP hard, Sipple, Jake, and everybody hard. When I start coaching Rico hard, and then have selective amnesia with DP, then I can't no longer coach Rico, and then you guys understand it, right?
And you certainly can't coach Sipple hard.
No,
Jake, you have to.
Jake, you would have to.
You
Yeah,
gotta bring cupcakes.
Gotta hold his hand.
yeah.
He gets the
Jake
Capri Sun.
has
the extra Capri Sun.
Jake has 5 minuses on his grade sheet, and he's like, oh well, you have 5, but you know what? If it was 80 degrees and you you just missed the tackle because it's a little humid out, so then you got to dummy it down to 3.
But
You
he'll
gotta
work. But he'll work hard.
Yeah,
But we're not going to ask Jake to go through the gauntlet.
no, Jake's
Like we're not putting him in Oklahoma drill.
no. You know what Jake is? He's like he's that third baseman that was always real tan on Major League.
Oh yeah,
That's him. The Jake. Remember
yeah,
when they were
Corbin Burt's in that
remember
character.
remember when they were hitting ground balls?
Yeah.
It's not Jake.
It's not going to mess up my face.
Yeah.
I'm not going to let this make up my face. I'm not going to let this happen.
Yeah.
And then finally, what's required is it requires Jay Foreman to come in and tell Jake, listen, this is my shot to get this right.
Right.
You better get to work
Yeah,
or I'm kicking your tail.
it can happen. You just gotta have you just gotta.
I could be Lou Boudreaux. I could be Lou.
You just gotta be well, who's the guy that would be
the
praying?
heater.
Who's the guy that would be
Joe
praying to the gods or whatever?
Vershawn.
That's it.
Vershawn.
Praying for a hit.
Vershawn.
Vershawn used to do that to try to pray for a catch.
Damn.
His catch.
Damn.
I hope he's listening too, because I told Vershawn, I heard him talking.
He went hard.
Hey,
Oh,
I texted.
that's a knockout.
I told Vershawn one day he was talking about he was
no.
blocking. I was like, boy, you lying. You ain't blocked nobody.
Oh,
Vershawn
man.
was over there blocking like a mug when people weren't looking.
That's
Oh,
funny.
no.
That is funny. That is like we all went there. We all went there. Who's our wild thing? Rico. Rico's probably.
Yeah, because he had a
Rico's our
haircut.
wild thing.
I could do it.
Yeah, Rico's our wild.
Because you could see Rico sprinting in track form from the bullpen.
Oh, 100%. Then I get that, I'd be out of breath.
Oh yeah.
I got like 3 pitches.
I wasted him on the way.
Ooh, that was a bad idea.
Yeah.
Didn't that happen in a major league
Oh,
game?
it happens all the time.
Yeah.
You get
No,
some-
but like that.
No,
and
just
like
last year, the guy
and
sprinted.
his teammates got pissed at him.
His teammates were mad because he was breathing
Yeah,
heavy.
because
Yeah.
he sprinted out there. He was out of shape, and he was breathing heavy, and he threw like a couple pitches and was like hands on his knees.
Yeah.
I think he might have given up a home run or something. And everybody's like, "What the hell is your problem? Why would you sprint from the bullpen?"
you know,
That
you're not a
pre-workout
sprinter.
hit him, and then a reality set in.
You know you were not a sprinter. Bomani also pitches a question. Now, Jay Foreman is too cool for school. We know this, right? We know that Jay Foreman is too cool for school.
100%. Don't try
Uh,
to play it off.
Oh, I agree.
so here's the thing. Would Jay Foreman dance in a club? So if you went to a club, let's say you ended up in a club
At 46 or like 26?
at 46 right now.
Oh no, probably not. I can't move like that.
Hey.
26, yeah, but 46 doubtful.
Jay Foreman's gonna be looking like Terry Crews off a White Chick.
Right.
That's a big ass robot.
What
Take his shirt off.
did they put ecstasy in his drink? Yeah.
Yeah, he'll have little glow sticks.
Yeah. You catch me in Vegas, that might happen. I can tell you that much right now.
So he said. So he was making the comment that you can't. Nobody wants to be the old man in the club, but nobody recognizes they're the old man in the club.
Right.
So then I felt guilty because it was like, well, should I not it's one thing at a wedding or something. Right? You might have
But
to go.
you at the club.
But you go to a club,
Right.
especially where the clubs where there's young people at the club.
That hit home for you though.
Oh, that's why I brought it up,
That hit
because it
home
was
for
like,
you, because you club kid.
right. So like that means that I can't go to a club here. I was joking with the volleyball girls. I was like, look, if I walk into a bar / nightclub and I see y'all there, I got to turn around. I got to pull a Granddaddy Simpson and turn around and leave immediately.
Right. If you trying to club it up.
Well, no, I mean,
see, I would pop up, like if I was like running to if I say as football players.
Yeah.
I'll roll up in there and let me see what y'all doing, man. Let me see how
well,
y'all
I
rolling.
want to see what you're doing, but I like, to me, is it weird for me to sit and watch?
I wouldn't be watching. I'd be conversating. I'd be in for like 30, 40 minutes and out. So I wouldn't even be watching. I'd just be messing with them and then leave.
Because part of me wants to know, okay, does young dude have game? It'll help me understand whether he's that guy or not.
But the way the way these young guys, they don't communicate. Their game is they'll just direct messages. So you really don't.
Let me get you Snapchat.
Yeah. I just would want to do it. I just want to just make them uncomfortable.
That part, but for me, making them uncomfortable is like, all right, young dude, you can't move at all.
Oh no,
like
that's
you
too
can't.
much.
Yeah, but see, that's how.
Yeah, that's too much.
That's where I have to.
Yeah, I wouldn't be dancing.
DP be like, let me show you.
Yeah, no. Now I will tell you one. I was in Vegas,
and then his knee just.
I was in Vegas. I was in my still in
and
my.
Then you got to drag DP out the club.
Right.
Skate
I might have been just in the 40s,
right,
late 30s, 40s. Whenever Sean Payton was suspended,
right.
I was in club. I was in Vegas dancing, having a good time, and bumped into Sean Payton doing the same thing. And you know what? I turned around and I was like, "This dude getting down better than me."
Like sometimes credit.
He's been in
due.
New Orleans for a couple of years.
Right? Yeah.
Sometimes
down
credit
there
is due.
He's doing the bankhead bounce and
You
everything.
know, that's when you know. I'll tell that. Yeah, there's one of those stories. John Rocker was also one of the guys who used to sprint out, and then.
But he was in shape though.
Yeah, John Rocker could actually do that.
He was. They said Rico is Willie Mays Hayes.
Yeah. Yep. That's Rico. Hey, John Rocker. When he got in trouble for when he got did he get suspended?
Yeah.
So he got suspended, and he was like MIA for a while.
Mm-hmm.
I was in Atlanta airport, and Atlanta airport was congested. There was a ton of flight delays or whatever, so I had a layover, and so like when there's tons of flight delays, there's nowhere to sit. Well, there was one seat, when I was waiting to get on my flight, and it was like one where you have, say, like gate 18 and 19, 20 and 21.
Yeah.
Sat down at only seat John Rocker. Sat down, looked at him. He looked at me. He just kept looking straight. He was like, "Oh,
yeah."
And he was on the very end too, because he didn't want anybody to sit next to him.
He said, "Don't look."
And I was like, "Why ain't nobody sitting there?"
John Rocker.
Yeah, but he a big dude though, man.
Yeah, he can get. Crowbait may have the text of the day so far. He says Nick is the catcher from the second major league.
Never saw that one.
That's the one where he goes.
Oh yeah, that's Nick.
The train is coming through the tracks.
That's the big meathead. The blonde meathead. Yeah,
I'll have to look it up.
Yeah. That's Nick for sure.
That's so good. Okay, we'll have that clip when we come back. But up next, grab your coffee. Rico, what up?
You're listening to Old School with DP and J. Download the mobile app and listen wherever you are on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Hi, Sean Callahan here of HuskerOnline.com, inviting you to join us here on 93.7 The Ticket every Saturday morning now in our new time. We're on from 8 to 9 with the weekly Husker Online radio show. We'll give you the latest in recruiting. We'll talk about what's going on with both football, basketball, and we'll probably share a few stories from the inside. It's every Saturday morning right here on 93.7 The Ticket. It's the Husker Online radio show from 8 to 9 a.m.
Tune in every Monday morning throughout the summer at 6:45 a.m. for golf course reviews on the Nebraska Golf Passport Early Break Golf Tour with Jake Sorensen and Steve Sipple on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
This is Dan Friedman. Between 2010 and 2019, distracted driving caused more than 40,000 car crashes in Nebraska, resulting in over 14,000 severe injuries and deaths. Please keep your eyes on the road. If you have a smartphone, put it away while you're behind the wheel. It will help keep our community safe and secure. This message is brought to you by Friedman Law Offices, helping injured people. It's what we do. It's all we do. Find us at friedmanlaw.com today.
Gaina Trucking is hiring CDL Class A and B drivers. Gaina Trucking guarantees a 40-hour work week year-round, and their strong team culture makes it not a job, but a career. Gaina Trucking offers health, vision, and dental insurance, 401k with company match, an employee assistance program, and other bonus programs. Build a better career today with great team culture at Gaina Trucking. Learn more and apply today at GainaTrucking.com.
Are you sick of mindlessly running on a treadmill or the lack of motivation to consistently work out? Whatever your challenge, Farrell's Extreme Body Shaping can help. Whether you want to lose weight, boost energy, or simply improve your overall health, you'll fit right in at Farrell's regardless of age or abilities. Build endurance with their kickboxing and strength training group fitness classes while also getting nutrition coaching. Try Farrell's now for a free week. Visit fxblincoln.com or call Jeff at 402-310-4026. Farrell's Extreme Body Shaping.
If you have concerns about your drinking water, just call Bryant. If your water doesn't look right, smell right, or taste right, Bryant can help. If your water has high levels of iron, Bryant can help. If you're tired of foggy dishes and dingy clothes, Bryant can help. Whatever your home water needs are, Bryant is here with a solution to fit your needs. Be sure about your water. Just call 467-1111. Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing. We do whatever it takes.
Spring is here. Are you giving your yard the best chance at being healthy and green? Call Penner Sprinkler and Lawn to get your sprinklers ready to go for the season if they haven't been working properly. They're also scheduling installs for new sprinkler systems if you don't have one. So make sure you contact them early to get a bid as soon as possible. Plus, they're your one place to go for 5-step fertilizer and pesticide application and lawn aeration. Call Penner Sprinkler and Lawn today at 402-413-1215.
If you need to sell equipment and trucks, Ritchie Brothers' new Lincoln Storage Yard lets you free up space at your property and get local access to all Ritchie Brothers auctions. Drop your equipment off and sell it online at any Ritchie Brothers auction, Iron Planet, or via Marketplace E. The yard is at 8801 Highway 6 in Lincoln. It's secure and makes for easy in-person buyer inspections and pickup. Take advantage of this yard to sell at Ritchie Brothers Great Plains Regional Auction on June 16th. For details, visit rbauction.com/Lincoln.
Old School with DP and J on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Welcome back. Old School, everybody's favorite segment on Old School.
Everybody's.
Everybody
in the Haymarket was talking about it.
Perfect. Everybody loves it.
Went and got coffee. Like, hey, this is for Rico.
They were like, yeah.
Raise your coffee.
Everybody. Straight up.
Raise them up.
I have no rants today.
Okay.
I don't really have anything except for, DP brought up one thing that I guess is rant worthy, but that's for later. That's like a whole segment worthy. That's not just a little rant topic. So
what he thinks about this.
So we'll hit on that later.
Yeah.
But for now, let's get to this.
Woke up this morning and I got out of bed. Had a big old cup of coffee to clear my head. Telephone ring and you wanna chat? Well, sit on down and tell me what up with that. Ooh-wee. What up with that? What up with that? Ooh-wee. What up with that? What up with that? He said, she said, we said, me said, what up with that? Who knew, you knew, said what, who do, what up with that? What up with that?
Yes.
What you got?
I don't like this team, but this is an interesting little tidbit. According to Basketball Reference, Jason Tatum's game-winning buzzer beater on Sunday was the first by a Celtics player in home playoff game in franchise history.
Say it again.
According to Base Basketball Reference, Jason Tatum's game-winning buzzer beater was the first by a Celtics player in a home playoff game in franchise history.
Not true. Larry Bird steal, Johnny Most calls. Bird
Dennis
stole the
Johnson-
ball.
Dennis
Was
Johnson.
that in Boston?
It was in Boston.
But there was still time on the clock though,
This is the buzzer beater.
because Detroit got the ball in and shot a half court shot. He's talking about
Like no
Walk
time, like
off, no
you
time.
hit the
Yeah.
shot, no time left.
Yeah,
there's been plenty in regular season.
because I can think of I can think of two where Bird came to DC and get buzzer beaters. But that's the one that I think about the most.
Mhm. But that it's hard to believe because the Celtics have a million championships and they've been to the playoffs every year, it seems like. And
They
they've
haven't
never
needed
had
it.
a buzzer beater at home.
They haven't needed it.
It's wild.
That doesn't make sense.
You would
It
think
makes
at least
perfect
at
sense
least
for
one
them.
time.
I thought.
I mean, you
maybe
get-
in the
I mean, you
first-
get
was-
to the
I
f-
thought maybe it was like in the first round of the playoffs, but
No, just at a
forever,
home
that is-
game.
That is crazy.
Because you would think you get to the finals
Right.
or the conference finals.
Yeah, you think
you're
need
facing
one.
a pretty evenly matched team.
Right.
Still didn't need it, at least not at home. It's that leprechaun.
Did you catch last night's Lakers?
No, I did.
It's the Bird Magic rivalry phase,
Yeah,
and they went
deep into it.
They went.
Whoever's playing Bird.
They went and got
Great,
like
Justin,
they-
great job. Great job.
Yeah, they went and found a dude that looked like Bird.
Dog, I was watching.
He's
I
like
was,
he's spitting his chew into a Budweiser can. He's just like, let's get this over with.
They were showing highlights about when they were playing, and Bird when he booty bumped Michael Cooper into the stands and then got it in, and then when Kevin McHale and I think Maxwell clotheslined Rambis.
They showed all of that.
Dog, that Kevin McHale went straight AWA Greg Gagne. There was no intention of blocking.
Like
And they had
said-
they had their Johnny Most actor, and he was just clean play.
This is
man.
great, clean fun by the Celtics.
Clean play. And then Chick Hearn just going, this is an abomination. Whoever casted this, like,
Great job.
Did a great job.
because to find somebody who can play Kareem,
Yeah, and the dude
That
that
dude
plays
looks-
Magic
looks
plays
very
Magic
close to
very well
Kareem.
too.
right?
Like
He
young
plays-
Kareem, he matches the face.
Like the guy's a doctor in real life.
Oh, really?
Like he played ball.
He can be the doppelganger and go around and say he's Kareem.
He
People
really
wouldn't believe him too.
Yeah.
There's people that really believe like when they see like
He's like I'm
Elvis
Kareem's son.
impersonators and they're like, oh yeah, that's Michael Jackson.
and
No,
they found a Larry Bird. They got Adrian Brody to play Pat Riley, which is
Yeah.
genius.
It kind of works.
Yeah, it kind of worked because they had him with the bat, and then them telling the story of Jack McKinney and his battles against Jerry West and how Westfall becomes the coach.
Oh,
and
yeah.
then how Pat Riley comes down from the broadcast booth.
and it's like this. They were dual coaches.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
then it was like, oh, this ain't working.
yeah. It like you forget that,
And then the Magic Man said, I want Pat Riley.
and it never would have happened if Jack McKinney doesn't
One bike accident.
have a bike accident.
Yeah.
Like that's literally how
It shaped the NBA.
like totally reshaped
Shaped the NBA.
So
Lakers, Celtics. Then Pat Riley's down there. If you watch
mean-
the playoff game, he was chilling like a villain.
and then you wonder how Paul Westphal like managed to coach at Loyola, like in the colleges that he did, because he didn't want to be a coach. Like he didn't want to be a head coach. He wanted to be an
Right.
assistant coach. So they go through that, and it's pretty good. Like I said, if you haven't watched,
I only
it-
saw part of an episode and I'm hooked.
Yeah,
I need to see the rest of it.
It's
I
pretty-
gotta talk Rachel and get an HBO and then we're gonna watch it.
All you gotta do is get it for a couple months and then make
Yeah,
sure you
like
don't
you
forget
get the month
to,
for free.
Do you?
yeah.
You get a
And then
month
you
for
just
free.
can't forget to
Cancel it.
cancel the
That's the
subscription.
problem. It's not.
That's
free.
what they
Cancel
bank
the
on.
subscription.
I don't think
That's
it's
how they
much.
get. I think that's how they get everybody. Anybody that has a subscription to,
To
anywhere
anything. Yeah.
just forgot to cancel it. That's all it is. Nobody actually wanted any of these. They
Yes,
just
there
forgot to
is an
cancel it.
HBO free a 30-day free trial.
Okay.
So that's what you should do. Just watch that. watch Bomani, watch King Richard. So those, just for those three alone, it's probably worth the money. All right. We'll throw it back when we come back. A couple of things in the next hour. One, we will definitely talk women's softball. John Squire will call in, of course, his daughter Abby. Doing her
big
thing
ups,
out there.
big props to that softball team.
Yeah, he'll call at 9:30 and talk us through the weekend, and then give us a little bit of what's going forward. We'll talk NBA playoffs as well. Lots to talk about here on Old School.
Watch Old School live on Facebook, YouTube, or Twitch. Old School with DP and J on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. This is your High School Minute.
With your Southeast Community College High School Minute, I'm Gus Cottle. Gretna quarterback Zane Flores, the highest rated quarterback in the Nebraska 2023 class, has committed to Oklahoma State. Lincoln East baseball defeated Lincoln North Star 9-5. Bellevue West boys soccer defeated Omaha Benson 3-1. Creighton Prep soccer defeated Gretna 2-1, and Kearney boys soccer defeated Omaha Central 5-0. Lincoln Southeast girls soccer defeated Norfolk 3-1. Lincoln High girls soccer defeated Omaha Bryan 7-0. Papillion La Vista won the girls tennis Lincoln High Invitational, with Salil Chung from Papillion La Vista coming away with the singles victory. This has been your Southeast Community College High School Minute. Learn more today at southeast.edu.
If you have concerns about your drinking water, just call Bryant. If your water doesn't look right, smell right, or taste right, Bryant can help. If your water has high levels of iron, Bryant can help. If you're tired of foggy dishes and dingy clothes, Bryant can help. Whatever your home water needs are, Bryant is here with a solution to fit your needs. Be sure about your water. Just call 467-1111. Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing. We do whatever it takes.
Sandhills Global is hiring. Check out sandhills.jobs for more information. Sandhills is looking to fill hundreds of new openings in sales, traveling support, software development, web design, and more. Sandhills has a professional culture and is fast-paced with a focus on growth, innovation, and leading-edge technologies. Career and internship opportunities are available at our global headquarters in Lincoln, Nebraska. Apply today at sandhills.jobs.
Gaina Trucking is hiring CDL Class A and B drivers. Gaina Trucking guarantees a 40-hour work week year-round, and their strong team culture makes it not a job, but a career. Gaina Trucking offers health, vision, and dental insurance, 401k with company match, an employee assistance program, and other bonus programs. Build a better career today with great team culture at Gaina Trucking. Learn more and apply today at GainaTrucking.com.
Naloxone is a drug used to safely reverse an opioid overdose and is now more readily available in Nebraska. I'm Dr. Rob Rhodes, a Nebraska family practice physician. I encourage you to learn how to respond to an opioid overdose and administer naloxone to potentially save a life by getting the free Opie Rescue app for your phone. Be Opie ready. Download Opie Rescue.
Paid for by the CDC. Sponsored by the Nebraska Department of Health and Human Services and aired in cooperation with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Sponsored by Security First Bank, a relationship you can count on.
Decreasing cloud cover with an afternoon high of around 55. North winds a little breezy at around 15 to 20. Overnight, partly cloudy skies, a low dropping down to around 28. We'll see mainly sunny skies by tomorrow afternoon, but remain on the cool side of things with a high of 55 again. I'm meteorologist Tim Wright for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Springtime is here, and it's time to get to work on outdoor projects. Deck City is a great place to start as Lincoln's local source for everything decks. Deck City has everything you need to build the deck of your dreams, from treated lumber to Westbury aluminum railings and TimberTech composite decking. Call them today to schedule an appointment at 402-480-6671. Go online at deckcityne.com or visit their new location just north of 33rd and Cornhusker Highway.
Need to send a message? Send it with cake. Congratulations? Here's a congratulations chocolate rum cake from Beatrice Bakery. Thank you? Say thank you with an amaretto cake. I'm sorry that I accidentally hit your mailbox with my car as I was backing out of the driveway and then continued right into your prized petunias. You say that with a lemon drop cake. Everybody knows that. Beatrice Bakery in downtown Beatrice or online at beatricebakery.com. Here to help you say whatever it is you need to say. Welcome to our world of yum.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com. On the internet, KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
This is Dan Friedman. Between 2010 and 2019, distracted driving caused more than 40,000 car crashes in Nebraska, resulting in over 14,000 severe injuries and deaths. Please keep your eyes on the road. If you have a smartphone, put it away while you're behind the wheel. It will help keep our community safe and secure. This message is brought to you by Friedman Law Offices, helping injured people. It's what we do. It's all we do. Find us at friedmanlaw.com today.
Coming at you live from the Koppel Chevrolet GMC studios. This is Old School, brought to you by Sandhills Global. Broadcasting veteran Derek Pearson.
When you find something that moves them, that makes them smile, celebrate it. That's your task. That's your superpower.
Nebraska Football Hall of Famer Jay Foreman.
Rifles a pass. It was tipped. It's picked off by Foreman. He's at the 15, 10, 5. He'll score!
On 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Poor thing.
Welcome back.
Out of control.
Second hour, Old School.
Yeah.
93.7 The Ticket, ticketfm.com.
Out of control.
Join us, Sartor Heyman Jewelers video stream, Facebook, YouTube, Twitch. Hit us up. Hit us with a what's up, DP, what's up, Jay, what's up, Rico on the Sartor Heyman text line, or give us a call, Honda of Lincoln hotline. Same number, 402-464-5685. We're talking Kyrie Irving
I have to apologize.
in the Boston Garden.
I said Westfall, not West Head.
It's fine.
I apologize. I know who the dude is.
It's okay.
Just a
He didn't want to be
basketball
there.
He didn't want to be there anyway. He
Okay.
didn't want to be there anyway. So Kyrie,
Boston Garden.
They've put Kyrie with some notables on a shirt.
Yes, there's a shirt from a bar place. I'm not going to say the whole name because I don't want to give them any pub.
Correct.
But it has Putin, ISIS, Kim Jong-un, Kyrie. Those are the names on the shirt. And they are actually selling
them cats are holding a grudge, ain't they?
They are actually selling them. If you go
Why
to the
don't you
website,
love me, Kyrie?
you can see it. Like it's
They were
still up.
well, Kyrie went. Remember, he said, "Yeah, I'm signing back here for sure."
Yep.
And then by like 3 weeks later, they were like, "Oh, he gone."
Well, it was like 3 weeks of him not playing because he was hurt. Like they were just like, "You're not hurt. Get out there." And I was like, "What? I'm
Well, you can't
hurt."
say you're hurt and then show up at the club like
That's true.
Yeah,
you're the dance
you're
floor.
doing everything else besides
Yeah.
being at rehab and playing basketball, but you hurt.
It's fine. He didn't look good in the jersey anyway.
He really didn't.
It looked wrong. It looked wrong.
He really didn't.
In the Celtics,
Yeah, it looked
Yeah.
wrong.
So there's that. There's all of that. I had planned on like the second segment going NBA crazy.
We started talking about Kyrie in the break.
Well, we can't. Here's the thing. We haven't followed a script in the entire time. the
When have
show's-
we had have we ever? You have a script.
I have a script. We have never followed it. I've
Irrelevant.
never followed it because I'm like, okay, Jay, I know this. If I give Jay the ball, he's going to carry it 30 times, whether I plan on him carrying it 15 times or not. It's just like, Jay, where we
I
go?
need my workload.
Yeah.
No problem. I need my workload. I got that in my contract. I need I need some carries.
30 at least 30 carries
Yeah,
every
You
game.
know, to figure that out. So through that, which one would you like? Which direction? You want to go softball or do you want to go NBA? Because we'll cover them all.
I'd like to talk a little bit about softball, considering the win streak, how they've played, and how they've won. But since we got Squire coming up, we can just do that then. But
I do
you
want
could
to point out a thing. So it hit me this weekend, and I put it on social media, and I probably had more DMs over this post than anything I've ever posted. Ever. It was kind of weird. So Nebraska, 18-game win streak.
Yep.
You're undefeated in the Big Ten.
Only one loss at home.
Only one loss at home ever this year. Northwestern with one loss, so they're in the neighborhood. Illinois, who's also on a 10-game win streak as well. And then, oddly enough, Michigan is in the rankings, in the top 25 rankings, but they're not even in the top half of the.
They're like 4 and 5 in the conference.
Yeah, they're not in the top half.
They
of
got
Big
big
Ten.
wins early.
So, but a thing has happened with the Big Ten Conference, and you go. I'm looking at for the
Weekly
standings,
honors.
the standings, and then there's a listing of all of the Big Ten Player of the Week awards, right? And the headlines will tell you who's in it. So if you go back, we'll go in reverse order, and this is just bananas. That for the last 8 weeks, Nebraska has had somebody make the Big Ten Player of the Week in any of the 3 categories once. One time, and during this entire
18-game win streak.
And you're sitting on top of the Big Ten.
Now, if I wanted to play devil's advocate, I would say that they all contribute and nobody sticks out, but I would also be wrong if I said that.
Yeah.
Because each series, it seems like one person has a really good series. I mean, everybody else has solid series, but there's at least one person who goes above and beyond.
Well,
the
they
Big
have
Ten,
to in order for this stuff to happen.
Yeah, and the Big Ten's like, nah.
Like to not recognize them. I mean,
Like if you're run ruling, they have 10 run rule wins this season.
Mhm.
You look, people have to go off for you to run rule somebody.
So last week, and again today, we'll see. We'll get another announcement today, and if not, light your brooms and start marching. But the week before, Illinois and Indiana, Northwestern, Indiana, Ohio State, Penn State, Indiana, Northwestern, Rutgers, Northwestern, Ohio State, Penn State, Ohio State, Purdue, Wisconsin, Illinois, Indiana, Michigan, and then Maryland, Northwestern, Rutgers, and then you have the one on March 8th where Nebraska was, where they had 4 teams instead of 3, and so Nebraska got one of the one. Normally there's 3.
Right.
The one week that there's 4, Nebraska got in.
Hooray.
Nebraska hasn't gotten in since. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it's been 6 weeks.
That's interesting.
And it just, when you see it,
it's crazy because if I'm the Big Ten, I'm trying to magnify that.
Like
that's better for me, right? And it's better for the whole conference as a whole.
Right? Like, I mean, if you're trying to, I mean, this thing that happens, you want to make sure that all of your teams who are worthy get notoriety so that they can get in an NCAA tournament.
Right.
When was the last time somebody got
March 8th.
March 8th?
March 8th.
Okay, so I'm going to go back and try to find all of the games that have been played since then.
Right.
And yeah, no, that's wow.
And
okay.
then
all of the games have been played
right.
since then.
And that Michigan is 23-12. Nebraska swept them in a 2-game series. The 3rd game was canceled. And Michigan is number 22.
Yeah.
Michigan's number 22. Quick math. That is terrible. Like if you want to sell me on Northwestern, cool. Right? Northwestern's on ESPN's poll, they're number 8 at 27-6.
Right.
I understand it because they've beaten like 6 top 25 teams.
I'm going to Michigan's schedule to see who they've beaten so that we can get some type of feel onto why they are so high.
It's Michigan.
They beat LSU, or like these are all early in the season. Like that's the thing. Michigan beat LSU, who's currently number 21 early in the season. They beat currently number 13 Duke once out of 2 times that they played. They beat number 10 Kentucky once out of the 2 times they played. They have like big name wins, but they're all early in the season.
Okay,
they beat Northwestern on April 3rd.
Here, so Northwestern has 9 wins. They're 9-4 versus the top 25. Okay, right? That'll give you some basis for it. Ohio State doesn't have any top 25 wins outside of the Big Ten Conference. Michigan is 5-7 against the top 25 teams, 0-2 against Nebraska.
They must have been ranked high to start. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think Michigan was already in the top 25.
Yeah,
I think they were somewhere.
So trying to make sense of how you.
It's just laziness.
Right? It's mental laziness. It's
Laziness,
mental
laziness.
laziness.
That's all that is.
You're absolutely like this is the part where you start to identify it. But that's when you know, okay, Lady Huskers, keep doing your thing. You went through that with basketball, right? Where you couldn't get acknowledgement, you couldn't get seen, couldn't get heard. But I didn't pose this, Rico. Maybe
Michigan was 12 at the bit to start the season.
okay, but it doesn't. See, here's my thing: if you're number 12 and you lose 7 times to top 25 team,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you're no longer a top 25 team.
Northwestern was 23rd to start the season.
yeah, Northwestern is 30-6. Michigan is now 26-13. Ohio State is 27-10. Nebraska has 33 wins. 33 wins. And you just beat Michigan. Consecutive games.
Would have swept them, but the third game got canceled.
Yeah. And then you think style of play, but this is an exciting Nebraska team.
Mm-hmm.
Like, this is a fun team to watch.
Like I said, they have 10-run rule wins. It's not like they're
can play any way
by
you want,
one.
though, too.
Right.
They can play. I mean, it's not like, home run or bust. They can, move runners. They can kind of, and they could beat you with a little bit of speed and stuff, and they defend.
Defend their tails off.
You just got to keep doing what you're doing. I think with a lot of Nebraska women's sports, when you even think of like the basketball team this year, it's like if you're not like a so-called, I won't even call you a blue blood, but just like a known easy commodity, then they just won't give you credit until like
but UCF
so far
is
so down the road.
UCF is 34-10. They're in the top 20. Now everybody else, almost everybody else is blue blood. Oklahoma, which is the elite, Alabama. The only odd inkling is Virginia Tech having a year 29-5.
They started the season 11th.
Right.
They were 37-15.
Florida
last year.
State, UCLA, Arkansas.
Washington is up there, right?
Got a goddaughter that plays left field for Arkansas. So I'm familiar with how good they are.
Right.
Oklahoma State, Northwestern from the Big Ten, Florida, Duke and Virginia Tech are rivals in the Big and along with Clemson in the ACC, and then Notre Dame. So you got 4 of those teams that are in Kentucky, Georgia. So all the SEC teams are in.
Every single one of them.
Pac-12, all those teams are in. Washington, Oregon, Oregon State, Stanford. They're all in.
Mm-hmm.
LSU falls in line with Florida, Georgia, Kentucky. So yeah, there is some conference bias.
Oh yeah,
what?
And what they're used to seeing. I mean, you got to think Florida State was really good last year, and they were still surprised when they were in the championship.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then what's the other school? James Madison that was in?
Yeah. They started the season at 25.
Right. So I mean, it just takes a little while to kind of
and then
get on the radar.
Everybody else behind that. So just, Arizona, again, blue blood, they dropped out of the top 25. Missouri, who has some talent. Then you look at Mississippi State, South Florida, Arizona, Nebraska, Missouri, San Diego State, South Carolina, Upstate, Louisiana, Illinois, Utah are the teams that round out the top 40. And yeah, this tournament's going to be bananas. I think the conference tournaments will have something to do with it. That's in East Lansing this year for softball.
Yeah. Super sunny East Lansing.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
You'd be out there getting snow flurries.
Right. I mean, this is where the tournament is. So
Wow, they really need to update these rankings. They have currently the records reflect games. I'm looking at the rankings played through April 10th. It is April 18th.
It is a week. Well,
Oklahoma lost their first game.
Did they?
To Texas.
So the streak is over.
Mm-hmm.
Streak is over.
So Nebraska's streak is 3rd in the country currently. One is an Ivy League school. No, it's
Boston. BU.
Yeah, it's BU. And then
I think Nebraska played them earlier.
And then I'm trying to think of who else there is. Hold on here. I did have the note. It is Arizona State with 20, Boston University with 19, Nebraska with 18. Those are the 3 longest streaks, active streaks.
Nebraska beat BU March 12th, 5-2.
Well, Boston, but that might be the last loss that they had.
Apparently, since then they were like, nope.
Yeah, we're not losing anymore.
Nope.
So, and this marks the longest win streak in program history since 2002. The full longest streak is 23 in a row.
And they're at 19?
18.
18? 20. So
Question for you. I don't know the answer to this, but has there ever been a 2020 player in Nebraska softball history?
Oh, I have no
I
idea.
could not tell you.
Because Billy Andrews has 18 home runs and 15 steals.
Mm?
She's
She could get there.
She's having that kind of year along the way.
Then
So-
that would be Big Ten Player of the Year.
Yeah, well, that's what we're talking about. It's
You would think so.
you would think that would be part of the discussion, but there's young ladies hitting like 470.
Right.
So that might be there. We'll throw the break when we come back. NBA playoffs, great weekend to get it started, and it's just getting started. Good stuff all the way around. We'll talk about that, and then 9:30, more Husker softball with John Squire.
You're listening to Old School with DP and J. Download the mobile app and listen wherever you are on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
If you have concerns about your drinking water, just call Bryant. If your water doesn't look right, smell right, or taste right, Bryant can help. If your water has high levels of iron, Bryant can help. If you're tired of foggy dishes and dingy clothes, Bryant can help. Whatever your home water needs are, Bryant is here with a solution to fit your needs. Be sure about your water. Just call 467-1111. Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing. We do whatever it takes.
In every office, there's two types of people. There are those who bring in bagels and those who eat the bagels that someone else brought in. Everybody likes the first person. Be that first person. Weekday mornings at 7:30, you have a chance to win a business box of bagels from Bagels and Joe. All you have to do is shut up, Sipple. 2 questions for you, 2 for Sip. Win and the bagels are yours. Lose, well, you don't want to lose.
You lost Monday. You lost Wednesday. You're a loser.
Shut up, Sipple. Weekday mornings at 7:30, brought to you by Bagels and Joe. 93.7 The Ticket. Fox, KFXL weather. Sponsored by Security First Bank. A relationship you can count on.
Decreasing cloud cover with an afternoon high of around 55. North winds a little breezy at around 15 to 20. Overnight, partly cloudy skies, a low dropping down to around 28. We'll see mainly sunny skies by tomorrow afternoon, but remain on the cool side of things with a high of 55 again. I'm meteorologist Tim Wright for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Naloxone is a drug used to safely reverse an opioid overdose and is now more readily available in Nebraska. I'm Dr. Rob Rhodes, a Nebraska family practice physician. I encourage you to learn how to respond to an opioid overdose and administer naloxone to potentially save a life by getting the free Opie Rescue app for your phone. Be Opie ready. Download Opie Rescue.
Paid for by the CDC. Sponsored by the Nebraska Department of Health and Human Services and aired in cooperation with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
Listening to this Allstate commercial about savings might be the hardest thing about getting those savings. Save for simply becoming an Allstate customer. Save more for adding DriveWise. And save even more for driving safely. Visit allstate.com or contact your local agent for a quote today. Allstate. Minimum effort, maximum reward.
Not available in every state. New customer savings based on early signing discount. DriveWise is an optional feature. Savings vary based on how you buy. Subject to terms and conditions. Allstate Fire and Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Smoothbrook, Illinois.
At Mountain Dew, we support the best and baddest disaster relief group in America, Team Rubicon. To show our support of Team Rubicon, Mountain Dew put in $1 million. And now you can help Team Rubicon too. Look for specially marked Team Rubicon bottles of Mountain Dew, Diet Mountain Dew, and Mountain Dew Zero Sugar. Enter for a chance to win weekly prizes at MountainDewTR.com and donate to Team Rubicon. You'll earn exclusive rewards when you do. No purchase necessary. U.S. residents 18 and older. Subject to rules at MountainDewTR.com. Ends 10/3/2020.
Are you sick of mindlessly running on a treadmill or the lack of motivation to consistently work out? Whatever your challenge, Farrell's Extreme Body Shaping can help. Whether you want to lose weight, boost energy, or simply improve your overall health, you'll fit right in at Farrell's regardless of age or abilities. Build endurance with their kickboxing and strength training group fitness classes while also getting nutrition coaching. Try Farrell's now for a free week. Visit fxblincoln.com or call Jeff at 402-310-4026. Farrell's Extreme Body Shaping.
Mike Schaefer here for Trek CBD. Springtime is here, and that means you're outside more in nice weather and maybe even having garage parties with neighbors. The drink of this spring and summer isn't your typical seltzer. It's drinkable Delta 8. Yep, Trek CBD has drinkable Delta 8 seltzers with mango and lime flavors for 4-packs and 12-packs, coming in a variety of mango, watermelon, lime, and berry. They also have hemp-derived Delta 9 syrups to put in your beverages, and as always, the excellent Delta 8 gums. Trek CBD, CBD done right.
Yo, it's the captain, Rashawn Jackson. Join me this Wednesday at Wingstop at 28th and Pine Lake Road from 11 to 2 for your Husker sports talk and, most importantly, wings. That's Wednesday at Wingstop at 28th and Pine Lake, the official sponsor of the captain. Order wings ahead at wingstop.com. See you there.
Tune in every Monday morning throughout the summer at 6:45 a.m. for golf course reviews on the Nebraska Golf Passport Early Break Golf Tour with Jake Sorensen and Steve Sipple on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Back to old school with DP and J on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
I'm sorry, that's funny.
You gotta be careful.
Yeah.
Welcome into old school. Woo. Second segment, second hour. We're hitting some basketball.
Jay
NBA
Foreman is on
playoffs.
fire. I just need y'all to know Jay Foreman is on fire.
We got a couple fire extinguishers.
Yeah, we had to shut it down. He was telling gospel. He was up on the mountaintop.
I think we need to do a podcast like they got them dudes got on the Pivot.
Would they? But
I'm not gonna be
I'm
like
doing that to protect you from yourself.
No, I'm not like that. Like Channing or what is it? Is it Crowder or whatever?
Yeah.
You talking about he role plays as a cat? Like, dog, what's wrong with you? Then he was talking about he peed on himself every game. Like, you didn't go to the bathroom before the game? Like, he's weird.
Sometimes the truth is too much.
If we had a Jay Foreman podcast.
Can I? Do you think? And this is a sincere question. Do you think Nebraska sports fans, especially football fans, want to really know what's going on?
You know what? For the most part, it wouldn't even be about Nebraska. It'd just be
No, but real talk though. Would
they say they do?
But I would. It wouldn't be like that though.
No.
But if if there was one, I mean, who knows?
They would listen, but some people would.
Some people.
I guarantee you, people would hear it and they'd be like, "That's not. No, they're just mad."
Yeah. I mean, that's not way to do it though.
No, I'm not saying you would do it, but
if somebody
if somebody did this, do you think that they like full access? Here's what's really going on. Do you think people would want to know?
People would listen to the first episode and be like,
really.
never again. Never again.
Nope.
I don't want to
know.
Who would really want to be? I mean, at this point,
you want to believe that everything.
Do you want to even? It's like when you go to a family reunion. Do you want to keep hearing about Uncle Johnny's drama, or just let Uncle Johnny? Let Uncle Johnny. But I'm saying at some point in time, you gotta have faith that Uncle Johnny's gonna get it right. Do you want to hear the same story over and over?
Or you're going to accept that Uncle Johnny is just Uncle John.
Like you want to know, but after a while, you're like, okay, stop.
That's you're just Uncle John.
Yeah.
So,
Some of those type of things kind of like
that's fair. I always
will wear people thin because it's almost like rinse and repeat versus what they do is they get it and they talk about real issues and have some funny interviews and stuff like that. You know, I mean, they have some, you know, when they had the Michael Beasley on and he was talking about his mental issues and stuff like that. You know, how he had to fight against himself. And here he was, a lottery pick. And the last year he got picked up halfway through the year with the Knicks. I think he averaged like 14 points.
He was the best player.
Yeah. And they picked him up in like the middle of the season, right.
And then dumped him as quickly as they could.
Yeah.
He was the best player they had at the time. And then they were like, you know what? Can't do this.
Yeah.
And I was like, why?
Yeah.
Because he's telling you why.
Why?
He's telling you why.
So it's, I mean, those are things that are pretty interesting.
Speaking of the league,
It'd be a fun podcast.
Celtics, Nets, everything we expected it to be.
The first game was. It's going to be interesting to see how Steve Nash adjusts both defensively and offensively to still be as efficient as they were with Kyrie and KD, but also you got to take some pressure off. Somebody's got to step up. But you know, I assume when they made the trade, they assumed Ben Simmons would be playing by now. Wow. He looked awful comfortable over there sitting there watching the game.
Like no pressure, no heat, nothing.
Yeah. Smiling.
He said, "Oh, this is nice. Nobody's expecting me to play yet.
Right.
Nobody's yelling at me."
So it's going to be interesting to see if he can find a way to pull out a victory in game 2, really crank it up for 3 and 4 if they can, and then KD kind of bring you home without wearing him out for, you know, series, you know, down the road. But Boston ain't going away, man. I mean, you got you got Tatum and Brown, and then you got Williams that's stepping up. Then you got Smart that's obviously grown into his role, and they got some pretty good depth, and they're D'ing up, and so that they're not going away, and they aren't scared. You know, I think a couple years ago, if they would have same teams would have played, where Tatum and Brown really probably were trying to figure out how to play with each other, or if they were really confident enough in their individual and collective skills as a dynamic duo, you could have seen very easily that Boston would have probably lost that game by 10 points. They found a way to win that game, and so that's huge for them, because if there was any doubt that they can do it, a victory like that gives you a ton of confidence going into game 2.
You got 4 players on Boston with 20+ points, and Brooklyn was led by Kyrie's 39, and Kevin Durant only had 23.
Right.
Patty Mills only played 12 minutes and 3 points. Like he's
Patty. If you're gonna get
that's a guy that you need to step up.
Well, Bruce Brown, who's out there more defensively than anything else.
Andre Drummond.
Drummond gave you 17
Drummond only
minutes.
had 8 and 4.
Well,
he only 17 minutes, but he was efficient 3 or 4. He had 4 personal fouls, so he definitely was having his name called.
And no Aldridge or Griffin.
Yeah,
Blake hasn't played in
a
months.
while,
right? So
is he hurt?
I mean, I don't know.
He's in street clothes. He's not wearing like the warm-ups. He doesn't have a jersey on.
I mean, can you really count on Nick Claxton to give you 13 and 8 for 6 or 7 games?
Well, or Dragic?
Dragic is a guy that you know that can give you something. Nick Claxton
only had 26 minutes.
Dragic only had 1 assist.
You didn't expect 30 minutes from Claxton.
No. And
that was because of Drummond's foul trouble.
Right.
And 13 and 8.
Right. So
the
series will play out. It'll be pretty interesting.
Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown join the exclusive club of, I don't know, probably like 7 people who have ever blocked Kevin Durant's jumper.
Yeah.
And you just sitting there just quiet as kept over Al Horford's 20 and 15.
And Ben Simmons is chilling.
20 and 15.
Like I said, 4 people had 20
and 15.
Points.
Then you had Williams coming off the bench with 7.
How is Ben Simmons getting a pass?
I don't know.
Is he getting a pass? That's just bananas. Okay. All right. So we'll throw it back. John Squire is waiting for us. So we're going to get to him.
Oh, yeah.
So talk about some good news and some good softball. We'll get that next here on Old School.
Watch Old School live on Facebook, YouTube, or Twitch. Old School with DP and J on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
The best time to have your air conditioner serviced is before you really need it. Call Bryant now and schedule your spring air conditioning service check. No matter what brand equipment you have, Bryant's trained technicians will thoroughly clean, inspect, and test to make sure it's ready to cool efficiently when hot weather hits. You'll stay cool and comfortable when you need it most. Just call 467-1111 to schedule your air conditioning check. Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing. We do whatever it takes.
The captain, Vershawn Jackson.
Adversity introduces a man or a woman to themselves. It's easy to say, oh, have a great day when things are good. But when life happens, as we all know, adversity hits, that's when we find out who we are. It's okay to be not okay.
Sometimes we can't see the help that's there because of whatever issue.
There's athletes that are talking about mental health and just well-being and burnout right now, because in the past 2 years, if COVID has showed us anything, it showed us the importance for connection.
Weekdays from 11 to 2 on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Listening to this Allstate commercial about savings might be the hardest thing about getting those savings. Save for simply becoming an Allstate customer. Save more for adding DriveWise. And save even more for driving safely. Visit Allstate.com or contact your local agent for a quote today. Allstate. Minimum effort, maximum reward.
Not available in every state. New customer savings based on early signing discount. Drive-bys is an optional feature. Savings vary based on how you buy. Subject to terms and conditions. Allstate Fire and Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Northbrook, Illinois.
At Mountain Dew, we support the best and baddest disaster relief group in America, Team Rubicon. To show our support of Team Rubicon, Mountain Dew put in $1 million. And now you can help Team Rubicon too. Look for specially marked Team Rubicon bottles of Mountain Dew, Diet Mountain Dew, and Mountain Dew Zero Sugar. Enter for a chance to win weekly prizes at MountainDewTR.com and donate to Team Rubicon. You'll earn exclusive rewards when you do. No purchase necessary. U.S. residents 18 and older. Subject to rules at MountainDewTR.com. Ends 10/3/2020.
journey.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Coppell Chevrolet GMC, and it's been a great start here to the year as 2022 new inventory continues to roll in. Our pre-owned lot remains full, and we are selling at a record pace. I was just down at Coppell talking about a new order for myself, and they let me know I can actually start ordering a 2023 here later this spring. So stop on in to get your new 2022, your pre-owned vehicle, or maybe talk about ordering here for 2023. Check them out online at coppellcars.com. You'll be glad you did.
Sandhills Global is hiring. Check out sandhills.jobs for more information. Sandhills is looking to fill hundreds of new openings in sales, traveling support, software development, web design, and more. Sandhills has a professional culture and is fast-paced with a focus on growth, innovation, and leading-edge technologies. Career and internship opportunities are available at our global headquarters in Lincoln, Nebraska. Apply today at sandhills.jobs.
You want to feel important. You want to be a part of something bigger, something that matters and can help change things. You want to feel like you belong. We know. We felt that way too, and that's why we did something about it. We aren't just Army National Guard soldiers. We are normal people just like you. But our part-time service in the Army National Guard means we get to be more. When our communities are in need, we get the chance to stand up and do something about it. We get to serve in our own region and help the people we call neighbors. Whether they are in the mountains of New Mexico, the plains of Nebraska and Kansas, the ranches of Oklahoma and Texas, the farmlands of Missouri and Arkansas, or the bayous of Louisiana, we are here for our hometowns. And together, we can make a difference. Take on your legacy. Visit NationalGuard.com to find out more.
Sponsored by the Nebraska Army National Guard. Aired by the Nebraska Broadcasters Association at this station.
Working at Continental in Lincoln isn't a job, it's a career. And right now they've raised wages again and they're hiring for production operators at $22.07 per hour. And other select jobs starting at $23.77 per hour, with wages growing up to $29.71 per hour. Continental also has salaried jobs available and great benefits, plus medical and prescription costs at very low premiums. Dental, vision, and life insurance are offered at no premium cost to the associates. To learn more or to apply, go to continental-jobs.com with keyword Lincoln. Come work at Continental today.
Hello, I'm Charlie Stone, back with the latest news from Honda of Lincoln. Joining me now is the general manager, Andy Goodyear. Hey, Andy, how you doing?
I'm doing great, Charlie.
Hey, Andy, with spring right around the corner, how is your supply of new Hondas and pre-owned vehicles?
Really good, Charlie. As I've said before, when you drive by our lot, you don't see what you're looking for, just remember we have hundreds of new Hondas arriving soon, with Honda continuing to offer 0.9% APR financing to qualified buyers. Plus, we have over 125 pre-owned vehicles in stock and ready for immediate delivery.
That's great, Andy. Any more great news?
There is, Charlie. Honda just announced financing from 0.99% APR on certified pre-owned Hondas for qualified buyers.
So come experience the Honda of Lincoln way of doing business. 27th and Yankee Hill Road or online at hondaoflincoln.com.
Back to old school with DP and J on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Welcome in. Third segment, second hour, old school, right here on 93.7 Ticket, theticketfm.com. We have a very special guest on the Honda of Lincoln hotline as we are joined by John Squire, the father of Nebraska softball, Abby Squire. Hey, John, what's up?
Good morning, you guys. How's it going? Happy Easter.
Happy Easter. Happy softball weekend. Sir, you are having so much fun watching your daughter and this team play. I'm not sure that anybody, this is the right way to watch this. You are rather enjoying yourself. First of all, have you thought out from this weekend?
Oh, you know what? As hot as this team is, the weather is getting to me. It is getting to me. I had more layers on than a wedding cake, man.
I thought about this, that you had to dress yesterday like you're going to a Husker football game in December because it was brutal. It was brutal this weekend. Somehow the young ladies managed to find look, great crowd, best crowds of the season.
Yeah, the crowds were great. You know, on Saturday they had a dedication to the Aces Place playground, which is an awesome project. You know, I saw Trev Alberts and Ronnie Green. They were there. In fact, Trev's been at a lot of the games, and kudos to him. You know, the weather hasn't been great, but you know, there's been great support from the administration. So yeah, Saturday I think was probably the best crowd of the year. I think they went over 1,000, like 1,200 maybe for that game. And yeah, the weather has been garbage. My lips are so chapped right now. I think I found part of my dinner in there.
I went through. Let me just tell you, yesterday. So I got dressed because I was going to walk down the stadium, and I walked out, and the wind made a business decision for me.
You had to go back inside. Yeah.
It literally just smacked me in the mouth, and I went,
Right.
okay, I'm going to get coffee. I'm going to turn around, go back home. I watch it on TV. So
I don't blame you. I really don't blame you. And it just speaks a lot to all the people that have been coming out and making it a priority. The weather has not been awesome.
John, I know you get this all the time, but just speak to, you know, say how proud you are, you know, as a father to see your daughter out there doing something that she loves, but the ability for her to continue along with extreme success as the notoriety starts to ramp up and as the pressure starts to ramp up throughout the season.
You know, Jay, I'm going to be honest here. I am the luckiest guy in Lincoln right now because Abby's the only kid on the team from Lincoln.
Right.
We have a number of Nebraska kids, but I kind of feel, and my wife feels like this, like we, for a short time here, are a surrogate family to 10 other girls on the team. And it really takes the pressure off of me because I love those kids. I mean, I love my daughter, obviously, to the end of the earth, but I love those girls too. And so it kind of takes the pressure off, and we are just loving watching all of them play. To answer your question better, it's been quite a ride. It's been quite a ride, you know, and she's kind of surprised us at every level. You know, she hit high school and we're like, I hope she makes the varsity team. And all of a sudden she's in the lineup and playing well. And then the next time was like, gosh, I hope she can, you know, do well and they can have a winning team. They go off and win a state championship, and she wins the state title in the shot put that same season. It's like she just keeps exceeding any of our expectations. So I guess at this point we're just along for the ride.
You mentioned being the only Lincoln player on the roster. The responsibility, you have the convenience of being able to show up to games at home. How much of this is you staying connected to the other parents and letting them know what's going on? Because you have eyes to their daughters and what's going on through this process. How much communication and connection is there between you and the other parents?
You know, there is a lot, to be honest, especially with Abby's recruiting class. That group of sophomores who are really having a great year. We made it clear to all of them, and she has in her class she has kids from Arizona and Texas, California. We made it in Iowa. We made it clear to all of them, like, look, we're just a phone call away, and if they need anything, we're like 10 minutes away. So every time they come into town, or the parents get together, the parents are as close as the kids are, which I think has been a really good thing. I mean, I think everybody is just as happy for the success of anyone on the team as they are of their own kid. And we just love them. And I just can't tell you how much fun we're having with that.
John, walk us through from the fans and parents' perspective of yesterday's game. right? The quick start, home run early, second home run early, down 2-0, extends, grand slam. Before you know it's 8-1. Walk us through from your perspective what yesterday's game was like for folks playing it and those that are loving it.
Yeah, coming into this weekend, I'm going to be honest. I didn't think the streak would probably make it through this weekend because Minnesota's a really good ball club. This is a team that's recently been to the College World Series. They've got a number of those kids still on the team. And so, I guess it's how you define success. I wasn't looking for them to sweep this weekend, but after we played those first two games, you go, well, might as well win 3. So as the game started and got up to a little bit of a rough start, and then we get down 8-1, you're kind of thinking, well, this is probably where it ends. But the kids the young ladies on this team, they just went about their business. Their body language didn't change. Their energy didn't change. The way their coaches were coaching them didn't change. And all of a sudden we get a couple back, and then it's 8-4. And then Peyton Glatter comes up and hits that grand slam, and it's 8-8. At that moment, I thought this game's over. We're going to, because the body language and energy on the other dugout was completely different. And I was like, this game's over. So, yeah, that was unbelievable. It just kind of tells you the spirit on this team is off the chart. Jay, you played on some national championship teams, and I've seen some videos that people have made kind of documenting that. And one thing that always stuck out in my mind is an interview that they did with Charlie McBride, and he said, around here we're not afraid to tell each other we love each other, and we're playing for each other. And man, I really feel like this team has kind of found that place. So I don't know. I'm not gonna say they can't do. I'm just along for the ride at this point. Like I said.
Yeah, what you're saying is, you're just enjoying, being in the moment, but then not even realizing. And I'm sure Abby's not even realizing how much or how special this season is, or how special what they're doing this season. One, because it's not over, but then two, as a youngster, they don't see it like we see it. And one of the things I wanted to ask you is, from your experience, obviously with club softball, and then obviously with major Division I softball, from the success of the club softball, the dynamics of the team, both individually and collectively, what are some of the things that you saw then, and then what you see in this team? Because it is portable in the sense of the team chemistry, maybe good pitching, timely hitting, etc. What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, that's a good question. I think it's much harder to develop that kind of relationship in a club situation, just because, the parents pay their money to be part of it, and so they feel like I probably did not to, but they feel like there's strings attached to that money that you pay to be part of the club. And then a lot of those kids, not only are you trying to play well, but you're trying to play well, and you're trying to basically stand out so you can be catch the eye of some college recruiters and stuff. And luckily, some kids really get lost in that, and families do too. But I really feel like Abby's, I don't know if you've ever met Abby, but she's pretty even keeled. She's very competitive. She's all about winning, and nothing else really matters. And that's about it. So, in the club world, it's different. It really is. And, it can be really stressful for the kids and the families. But, we were very lucky to have some great teammates at that level, and a coach that really kind of kept the kids between the rails and said, look, you're going to get it. The more you win, the more attention everybody gets. And so that was kind of the goal, and they ended up being pretty successful there too. But I just feel like the college environment is so much more conducive to that team and building that love for each other, because they spend every waking moment with each other. Whereas at the club team, we didn't even practice together a lot of time, because kids came from 5 or 6 different states, and we'd just meet at the tournament.
Right.
So it's really different.
John, thank you for giving us time on a Monday. We'll look forward to next Monday, same time. As a matter of fact, I've asked John to bring the family tomorrow night if they can do it, because I want to do an hour feature on the Squire family and softball and what's going on. If you guys are able to do that, John, let me know. Otherwise, we'll talk to you Monday after the ladies come back from Wisconsin. A 23-11 Wisconsin team awaits them and their 18-game streak. John, thank you this morning. We'll talk later today.
You bet. Love you guys. Take care.
Yeah, John Squire, dad of Abby Squire.
Yeah.
Nebraska softball. We'll toward the break. We'll close out Old School. Get ready for one-on-one.
You're listening to Old School with DP and J. Download the mobile app and listen wherever you are on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Action Plumbing, Heating, Air, and Electric ensures our home and office HVAC systems run smoothly throughout the year to provide maximum comfort and convenience. Routine maintenance reduced our operating costs just by improving the efficiency of our unit. Consider a maintenance agreement to ensure you too receive priority for services and scheduling. This helps meet manufacturer warranty requirements. Action delivers honest quality services we can count on. To learn more, visit actionlincoln.com.
Hey, Dad, how do airplanes fly? What's in this box? Can I touch this? Where does sand come from? Is this tree good for climbing? What happens if I mix these two things together? How are babies made? What does this thing do?
Kids are curious about everything, including guns. Talking to them about gun safety in your home is a good first step, but you can do more. Always keep your guns locked, unloaded, and stored separately from ammunition. Storing your guns securely is the best way to prevent family fire, including unintentional shootings. For more information on safe gun storage and ways to keep your family safe, visit endfamilyfire.org. That's endfamilyfire.org.
What do we keep in the attic? What's this thing called? Can I ride my bike backwards?
Like I said, kids are curious. It's up to us to keep them safe. Brought to you by End Family Fire, Brady, and the Ad Council.
People always ask, what are Jake and Zip like when they're off the air? Well, the answer probably won't surprise you.
Hey, Jake, your Honda's looking a little dirty.
Says the guy whose license plate is barely visible.
I mean, do you even care about that thing anymore?
It gets a little uncomfortable. Now, that's when I jump in.
Hey, whoa. Mark, did you get a new car?
Nope, just took my car down to Nebraska Auto Detail. Joe and the staff made the outside and the inside look amazing. Maybe you guys need to go. Okay, wise guy.
Settle down, Jake.
Call Nebraska Auto Detail today at 402-601-5086.
An Empire Fence is an investment in your home. This year, use your tax return to make that investment. Get a free instant quote with the online estimating tool at empire-fence.com. See an upfront estimate with no hidden fees. An Empire Fence can provide privacy and security while improving the appearance of your home. Visit empire-fence.com to view the stylish and maintenance-free possibilities for your home. With your tax return on the way, schedule your project now. Your home is your empire. Protect it with Empire Fence.
Are you sick of mindlessly running on a treadmill or the lack of motivation to consistently work out? Whatever your challenge, Farrell's Extreme Body Shaping can help. Whether you want to lose weight, boost energy, or simply improve your overall health, you'll fit right in at Farrell's regardless of age or abilities. Build endurance with their kickboxing and strength training group fitness classes while also getting nutrition coaching. Try Farrell's now for a free week. Visit fxblincoln.com or call Jeff at 402-310-4026. Farrell's Extreme Body Shaping.
John Henry's Plumbing, Heating and Air.
When it comes to your home or business, we know you have options, and that's why John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning gives you just that. Options. We have plumbing, heating, and cooling memberships to serve all of your residential and commercial needs. We want to ensure you, your family, and your business are safe. Visit our website, jhlincoln.com, to find out more or call us at
435-5555. John Henry's Plumbing, Heating and Air.
Shopping for insurance can be a tedious and frustrating task, but the agents at Brokers Insurance Agency will do the work for you. They have partnered with over 20 of the best insurance carriers in the nation, which allows them to do the shopping all for you. Whether you're looking for business insurance or employee benefits for your company, or you're looking to save money on your home and auto insurance, Brokers Insurance Agency has the agents and solutions to help meet your goals. Call 402-420-5353 or email staff@brokersinsurancenE.com.
You know you want that smoky, tangy, sweet, and spicy sauced and tossed Wingstop. But you just brought a haul of groceries home from the store. It's cool. No one expects you to shop and cook in the same day. So let the flavor experts at Wingstop hook you up with mouth-watering wings, crispy tenders and thighs, fries and sides delivered to your door. You can always cook tomorrow. That's why the fridge was invented. Get it delivered at wingstop.com.
Order online now from the new Wingstop located at 5001 O Street.
You want to feel important. You want to be a part of something bigger, something that matters and can help change things. You want to feel like you belong. We know. We felt that way too, and that's why we did something about it. We aren't just Army National Guard soldiers. We are normal people just like you. But our part-time service in the Army National Guard means we get to be more. When our communities are in need, we get the chance to stand up and do something about it. We get to serve in our own region and help the people we call neighbors. Whether they are in the mountains of New Mexico, the plains of Nebraska and Kansas, the ranches of Oklahoma and Texas, the farmlands of Missouri and Arkansas, or the bayous of Louisiana, we are here for our hometowns. And together, we can make a difference. Take on your legacy. Visit NationalGuard.com to find out more.
Sponsored by the Nebraska Army National Guard, aired by the Nebraska Broadcasters Association at this station.
Hey, Steve. Welcome to Great Clips. Great Clips asks, what's the difference between good and great? Come on back and have a seat. Good asks you what haircut you'd like.
I have all your details from last time. Would you like the same haircut today?
Great already knows. With Clip Notes, we save your haircut details so you can get the same thing as last time, every time. Download our online check-in app today. Great Clips. It's gonna be great.
Back to old school with DP and J on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Final segment, old school, 93.7 The Ticket, theticketfm.com. I'm gonna let this play a little bit. I'm just gonna let this go. Come on, Jay. Come on, Jay. I know you want to.
Tired, dog. I'm tired, man.
It's a long Easter weekend.
Yeah, long Easter weekend.
I was, you know what? This was the first Monday morning I was like, okay, let's go. Like,
you ready?
Because there was so much going on this weekend.
Right.
And I'm trying to get a lot of stuff done that's not, it's the business side of stuff.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And just pondering things. And it's deep. So,
right.
You know, I needed a weekend to get it together. But Jay Foreman, man, we got some stuff coming. Plus, we have, so Priscilla Joseph is back. So Rico will be back on Thursday nights. Tuesday, tomorrow, 6 to 8. It'll be Off the Court with Lexi and Allie, from Lexi Rodriguez and Allie Bettenhorst of volleyball, of course. And then we will do the one-on-one, like the sophomore special edition at night with the Squire family tomorrow night at 9. Up the middle moves. Actually, they're going to go 8 to 9, and then Squires from 9 to 10. But up the middle with Bryce Matthews, Cam Chick, Leighton Banjoff, and Jack Stile. They'll be right after the Outside the Box show from Lincoln Stars, who are having their run. It's going to be a busy week. It's going to be, and Sunday Morning Pancakes is back, and we might have a new show after that. So handling that stuff, Jay.
Right.
I understand sometimes that weekend
goes by too quick, man.
You're not wrong. You are not wrong.
You know, to get through. So we got through, and it'll be a good week across the board. Jay and I will have to talk off air so we can work some stuff out too. Get some new stuff for Jay Foreman. It's good stuff, though.
Yeah, it's always all good.
It's good stuff that we're adding to Jay's plate. So we just got the news. Damon Benning will be with Rashawn Jackson for the Captain's Show starting at 11:30. That'll be interesting.
I guess we'll see what happens.
That'll be interesting. Yeah, I'll have to hang out for that first 11 o'clock segment
as you do,
just to keep things in order, because you get those two together, who knows what comes out. So
it's going to be a problem regardless. As soon as you leave, it's going to be a problem.
Yeah, that's I'm not.
You look. You left me and Nick in charge of Rashawn.
Good luck.
It's hard.
Good luck.
All right.
I tried to set.
It's hard
table.
work.
I tried to set the table. All right, so we'll get out of here. We do have a clip from the USFL that we will start off one-on-one with.
That's cold-blooded.
A player getting cut and released for the weirdest reason I've ever
But they just
heard.
wanted to cut him.
Man,
that's all there is
I listened to
it.
the whole
I'd
clip,
rather you
and I'm
just
just
cut me.
like-
Don't tell me because I ain't eat a chicken salad.
Come on, man. It's good stuff.
And them brothers ain't got no union either.
Right? One-on-one. Up next here on the ticket.
You know,